Hey, remember when I told you guys I'd tell you the Battle and Brew story? You know, from when I did pre-release after Level Up. Well, the time for that story's today. Welcome to the first place I actually started playing Commander at, Battle and Brew. And if you look over here, we can see the true pinnacle of going out in public. Standing around a table to get the companion code for the app. Everyone just living in the moment, only cell phones in sight. Truly, we are gathering to play Magic. And speaking of Magic, what else defines Magic more than cracking packs? So, let's get right into that.
Talk with your friends. This is a casual format, so you can help each other build your decks, but you cannot use anybody else's cards in your decks. Just what's in your own
No, it's uber competitive.
We're going to have 15 minutes for that, and then we're going to do 4 rounds of Swiss. I believe we're doing a pack per win, but I will double check that. I'm pretty certain that's what we typically do, so we'll get that sorted out. Everybody should have your the companion app. That will be your timer. But if you need me, I will have a timer available, but I might have to move this because it needs...
You're precious.
Electronics. Alright, you have 15 minutes to construct your deck. Starting now.
Alright, gamers, welcome to the Battle and Brew pre-release. We're going to see if we can follow up last night's 3-0 with another 4-0 today. Now to use the casing. Let's slide that promo out to save for later. And crack into with a red die here. Very cool die. I didn't show this off last night, but cool die. I mean, YouTube videos, but yeah. Fair.
Spicy.
Ooh. What'd you got?
Don't tell me. You want to see?
And it's so much.
Oh, it's just good removal or like card draw for like 2 mana. You need to send stuff first, but you never roll with it.
But I just pulled up
Alright, we got Over the Edge, Primordial Nard, Waterwind Scout, Cloud Guard, Cavalry, Deadweight, that's good removal to have, Frilled Caveworm, Deathcap Marionette, Compass Gnome, Sahili's Lattice, Might of the Ancestors, Sorcerer's Spyglass, Staunch Crewmate, Squirming Emergence, and Promising Vein. That's the Promising Vein is really going to help for land, or just for splashing colors we want to. Squirming Emergence is a really nice Olgari card to get a card back, and a map token. Maybe this time we'll actually have the Descent strategy we couldn't do last night. Poison Dart Frog, love to see him. Pirate Hat, Petrify, Atali's Favor, Disturbed Slumber, Mephitic Draught, Glorifier, Suffering, The Presence of Ages, Master Guide's Mural, Glimpse of the Core, Kutzil Malamet Exemplar, Nickenzil, Current Conductor, Echoing Deeps, River Guide Herald. Herald's a nice card to get. Here, Echoing Deeps is another nice land to be picking up, since it's basically just another copy of another fetch land, I guess. Then Hunan Courtyard as another white land, and a gnome token. Gotta love the gnomes.
No place like Gnome.
No place like Gnome. Ancestral Reminiscence, Family Reunion, Child of Volcano, Staggering Size, Vito's Inquisitor, Hunter's Blowgun, Shipwreck Sentry, Armored Kincaller, Cartographer's Companion, Inverted Iceberg, Ortho Cave Diver, Send Out Scout, Diamond Pickaxe, Brass Tunnel Grinder, and a new Arc Mountain with a dinosaur. Pickaxe, Grinder. So my gut is saying like Sultai because we got some cool stuff with the lands. We have a lot of fixing to splash colors. Fungal Fortitude, Pirate Hat, Petrify, Atali's Favor, Disturbed Slumber, Skullcap Snail, Waylaying Pirates, Brazen Blade Master, Disruptor Wanderglyph, Spring-Loaded Sawblades, Explorer's Cache, Harmonic Nautilus, Guardian of the Great Door, Creature of the Schism, and where's our whites? And then Hidden Cataract, so a nice blue source for the fixing. Nope. Oh no. There we go. Fuck with the camera. Yeah, roll with it. Put you back. It's 2 left, and then we'll shuffle the promo. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I won't do the first couple hours.
Greedy Freebooter, River Herald Scout, Adaptive Gem Guard, Tectonic Hazard, Baskin Capybara, Goblin Tomb Raider, Glorifier of Suffering, Wailing Pirates, Tithing Blade, Bartolome de Presidio, Belligerent Yearling, Thrashing Brontodon, Polani Satcher, what did I say? And Skulltap Snail again. I don't think we're going to be playing... Oh, and Necropolis. I don't think we're going to be playing Dinosaurs again this time, though, because I don't think we have a good enough pool for it. But we'll see what else we got. This last pack might make it or break it. Over the Edge, Primordial Gnar, Waterwind Scout, Ultec Cloud Guard, Sunfire Torch, Malamet Scythe, Cartographer's Companion, Shipwreck Sentry, Armored Kincaller, Lodestone Needle, Staunch Crewmate, Deep Cavern Bat, Colossadactyl, the Belligerent, and a Forest. And our promo card is... it is Souls of the Lost. Additional cost to cast, discard a card or sack permanent. It's basic Tarmogoyf. Alright, well I have no idea what the fuck we're building from here, but I'll cut back to when we have it built. Again, I didn't record the deck and card overview stuff, so we're just gonna dig right into that. Since we didn't pull as crazy for Mythics, and by as crazy I mean literally getting any, we unfortunately have to exercise our frontal lobe and figure out what we're gonna be doing here. If we go in acronym order of bread, our bombs are pretty good. Squirming Emergence is a solid reanimation tool at most points in the game, and the fact that it's 3 mana means it's a pretty light investment. Arguably, what the hell was that? Arguably, our promo Souls of the Lost is also another solid bomb. At most points of the game relative to game length, it's a large threat for 2 mana, and if you squint hard enough, it's almost mono black Tarmogoyf that can grow far beyond Goyf's maximum size. Preacher of the Schism is absolutely gross for a 3-drop that either helps extend your board presence or provides card advantage with Death Touch. Polani Satcher definitely proved its worth last night, but I think a combo of Dino Deficiency and a good red pool prevents us from going into it. The Belligerent once again appearing, but also in my opinion suffering from the same lack of solid red and blue pool. A few of the uncommons were pretty solid pulls as well. Niskantal opens up green, blue, black as a possibility, anchored by the blue Discoverland, while Kutzil and Spring-Loaded Sawblades opens up the green, white, black Brew, anchored by the white Discoverland. Master's Guide Mural is a super strong uncommon, especially when flipped, but unfortunately even with the Discoverlands, I don't think our white-blue pool is strong enough, but at least for any sort of green we can rock with another Colossadactyl. Overall from the colors, Swarming Emergence represents so much value in recursion that green-black looks like a necessity. The question falls from here whether to add a splash color or not. Unlike last night where our splashes could be anchored by a density of mana dorks, we're a little light this time. We only have the 1 Poison Tree Frog and 1 of Ixalan's version of Evolving Wilds. Reaching the removal part, yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think we have a worse removal pool than last time. At least before we had removal to potentially use, it just wasn't in the best color choice. This time it's just very reactive, and I don't like reactive removal. Saw Blades are nice to flash out, Deadweight is a good early removal tool, and Tithing Blade forces a sacrifice from the opponent, and that's it. You could consider Death Touch to be a remove. I personally think of it more as evasion, but at least we have some Death Touch stuff around. Same goes for the combat tricks in the form of Staggering Size and Fungal Fortitude. As for the other removal in the packs, Over the Edge is guaranteed removal or a buff that can sometimes draw 2 or give something 2 counters. Weirdly, a lot of our removal is really more hand focused. Double Snail and the Bat rip cards out from our opponent's hand and give us very useful hand knowledge. Ultimately, once again getting a hand from John and Brian, the list came to this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel super confident with this list since most pre-releases tend to have games slog on, but in that vein, this list kind of assumes that's what people are going to do. We're rocking up to the scene with not just 16 lands for a more aggressive push, but a staggering 11 2-drops that impact the board to some degree, whether it's a creature or just flat out removal. Of course, the issue with an aggro deck is running out of gas before the opponent does, which is why we're playing the White Splash. Kutzil is primarily here to weed out combat tricks and provide occasional extra draws. Sawblades is also here because last time I checked, throwing a chainsaw at a creature is pretty good removal. And Ultec Cloud Guard is around just for being a flyer. The biggest plus for this deck is our creatures do a lot for being cheap. Freebooter is a good early drop that converts into mana fixing and scries away lands that we don't need. Dart Frog, Deathcap, and Preacher are all Death Touchers. Preacher is particularly good because it survives most early removal and will almost always replace itself before it goes. If it sticks around, it's just more value for us. And of course, we're having 2 Discover Caves in our colors going a long way to help us find stuff to play when we're out of gas. I'll keep this game overview a little shorter than last time, mostly because it's been like 3 weeks since this event and I am struggling to remember specific game details. Until round 3, we 2-0'd everyone in our path. Surprisingly, the biggest edge of the deck lies in Mephetic Draught and the Tithing Blade. Draught regularly gets cashed in early since we can sacrifice it for casting Souls of the Lost. Blade being early non-targeted removal and crafting into a clock for our opponents regularly gave the reach we needed to close out games. Then in round 3, we hit our first minor snag running to an L game 2. Red-blue artifact splashing white to run the aforementioned Master Guide mural was definitely spooky, and it didn't help that game 2 was not hitting gas early. But we managed to recoup by game 3 and made the difference. So once again, another 3-0 for the Ixalan pre-release. And once again, the prize packs refuse to disappoint. If you've made it to the end here, thank you so much again for watching. If you liked what you saw, do all that cool interaction stuff. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share it with a friend. Check out my links in the description for things like my personal website that I've put my game dev stuff on, or my $5 discount code for Ultra Sleeves if you're in the market for some fancy inner art sleeves. I'll see you guys next time with more cardboard related content. See you then.